This episode of the Rocker Skating Podcast is brought to you by John Wilson Blades. For more than 329 years, John Wilson has been perfecting the art of blade making in Sheffield, England. And while their history runs deep, their eyes are always on the future. That's why they created the Revolution, the world's most advanced figure skating blade. It is the perfect fusion of centuries-old craftsmanship and cutting-edge technology, delivering unmatched precision, responsiveness, and performance. That's why the majority of world and Olympic champions trust John Wilson. Because when history meets innovation, you get the revolution. Welcome to the Rocker Skating Podcast, sponsored by John Wilson Blades and all its brands. We're back with previews, Michelle.
I can't believe it. Hi, Jackie.
For those of you who are new to the Rocker Skating Podcast and or new to figure skating because you loved it so much at the Olympics, the season is not over yet, and you're like, what is going on right now?
Mm-hmm.
We have a Junior World Championships happening in a week, less than a week. And then we have a Senior World Championships happening at the end of March. So there's a lot still happening, and figure skating nerds will tell you Worlds and Junior Worlds after the Olympics. If I can categorize it as fun, I think I would. Fun is one of the adjectives that we would use for those. Messy is another adjective that we could use for those. Chaotic would be another one.
Yeah.
Michelle, what would you call it?
I feel like if I weren't so tired from the Olympics, these would be like two of my favorite competitions of the quad. They're very unpredictable. And we often see breakthrough performances at Junior Worlds that
Exactly
are really extraordinary. And something about the juniors still improving throughout the season. Their season is so long. They've been competing since August, and they're being inspired by the Olympics. And I'm excited.
Yeah, totally. Let's talk about that in just a second. But couple of pieces of news for Worlds, which is we had the first set of entries that came out, and Worlds will be in Prague this year. But as we know, every Worlds, right? The first list that comes out is never the final list that happens. There are always withdrawals, there are substitutions, there are all kinds of stuff. When I was at the Olympics, I heard about a number of them, some of which may not actually happen, but some of which has already happened, which is yes, some haven't happened yet. But Luna Hendricks being out of Worlds, that was for me expected. I heard about just basically she's Michelle and I talked to her at the World Championships or at the Olympics, and she was basically like, I didn't even know last week if I could come to the Olympics, right? And so she was really holding it together to just be competing there, and she competed, and it was just very, she gave it her all there, and so no Worlds for Luna Hendricks. And then Miura Kihara, after winning the Olympics, they're not going to Worlds. They were originally on the list, but withdrew. Japan does not have a second or a third pair to send, and so there's no substitution for that. And Luna Hendricks will be substituted by Yada Hovin, who sadly missed Worlds by a fraction of a point last year because of the world the technical minimums, and she gets to go this year. So she's very excited. But expecting there to be maybe a couple more before.
I mean, I don't have any inside information, but I feel like there's going to be some in dance. I mean, it's they're not all going. There's no way.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
2 were certainly 2 of the ones that I
Mhm.
knew about beforehand,
Mhm.
and then, we'll see what happens with the rest of them. So,
Mhm.
that's the World Championships. Well, we will talk more about the World Championships as the
Mhm.
next, few weeks come along. But to your point about Junior Worlds being something of a what do you call it?
Star-making
Excuse
debut
yeah.
event.
It certainly is star making. I mean, you look at some of the post-Olympic world champion or junior world championships that we've seen in the past 20, 30 years or so, right? 2002, you had Daisuke Takahashi winning. 2006, you had Takahiko Kozuka. 2010, you had Yuzuru
Mhm.
Hanyu. 2014, Nathan Chen
You
was the bronze
had
medalist.
Yelena Olenich and Nikita Katsalapov winning in 2010. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and they
I got
they
home from
eventually
Vancouver and I was like,
became
"Do I wanna
became
be
the
a
bronze
Junior Worlds?"
medalists.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the women too, right? Like what was it? 2014 was
Mhm.
Radionova, was
Yeah.
Medvedeva. That was that year. Trusova was 2018. Um,
Yes.
Isabeau Levito was 2022, and
Oh,
Jia
yeah.
Shin was also 2022. And
Oh,
because
man.
of the age eligibility changes that have happened over the past 4 years, she stayed
Mhm.
in juniors for then the next 4 seasons
Yeah.
and won four junior world silver medals in a
Yeah.
row. And of
She's
course, she
not
was at the
competing this
Olympics.
year,
Right, she was at the
thank
Olympics, so
God for her.
she
She's
won't be
going
at
to
Junior
Big Girl
Worlds
Worlds.
again. Yeah.
Yeah. She'll be at Senior Worlds, and for the first time in a whole Olympic cycle, we will have a new silver medalist at Junior Worlds.
I mean, crazy. Um, we'll talk about the women in just a bit, but like
Mhm.
Sui and Han in 2010, Tarasova Morozov in 2014. Like you look at the skaters who have been through Junior Worlds in the post Olympic Junior Worlds
Mhm.
competitions, and these are some names that we
Mhm.
got. So excited to see where it all goes.
Mhm.
Since we were on the subject of the women, let's start with the women.
Okay.
Ooh, we won't have a 5-time
No,
junior world
no,
silver medalist, but we might have
no.
a 4-time junior world champion, won't we?
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, let's go Mao, but, that if she doesn't win, she's never lost an international competition. She's been first at every single one she's ever done. So, um, I I expect her to win, but you never know. Um, and we haven't seen her compete in a minute. It's been since Japanese nationals. I don't know if she's done any
She's done
domestic.
she's done a domestic one, I'm pretty sure,
Mm,
in January,
mm,
but that was sort of it.
yeah. It'll be interesting to see what her score is too, and then looking at, like, if you add, some additional steps into it, where it would have finished in the Olympic the Olympic results.
Well, we
Yeah.
remember very famously in 2006, Mao Asada
Mhm.
and Yuna Kim were not at the Olympics.
Mhm.
And it was Yuna Kim who won in 2006 and Mao Asada who was second.
Mhm.
So that, you know, for some
Mhm.
foreshadowing going on there.
Mhm.
Um, you look down this list, like you and I had both had to dig into our memory banks of what happened during the Junior Grand Prix, which felt
Yeah.
like a lifetime ago. Um,
I
and because these are juniors, right? Like
yeah.
a season for them is actually a long
It's a
time in terms
long
of
time.
growth. Yeah.
But I do think we had a little bit of with us with the women because we have a little bit of a refresher because we saw them at Korean nationals, Japanese nationals, and US nationals. So some of them
Hmm.
are in
Hmm.
my memory. Some of them
Yep.
I kind of had to dig for. But
I mean, there you certainly have like the 3 Japanese women, right? Mao
Mhm.
Shimada, Mayuko Oka, who I
Mhm.
love, and
Love. Peacock
I'm
short
so
program.
excited to see if she can really bring it,
Mhm.
because she has such a maturity about her skating.
Mhm.
Um, Mei Okada, who is like a different kind of breed of skater from like the 3 Japanese women who are
Mhm.
going to Junior Worlds are going to be all 3 very different in terms of
Mhm.
style, in terms of um, jump technique, in terms of
Mhm.
everything, and they all are great. You
Mhm.
got the 2 Korean women who
Mhm.
are not the 2 Korean women you expected to be here.
Yeah.
Yusong Kim, you expected. Her sister, Yoo Jae Kim, did not skate as well at Korean Nationals and
Mhm.
therefore did not get the spot for Junior Worlds. Ji Yoo He, she's the one who got the
Mhm.
spot, and she's
Mhm.
a beautiful artistic skater. I love her. Um,
Yeah.
so
She was
those
awesome at
5, right?
nationals.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, totally. Those 5,
Mhm.
you would expect them to be amongst the top, but then you got a whole bunch of others who really
Mhm.
like you never know with these women because it's like you get a couple of clean programs and all of a sudden
Yeah.
your score is way up there because some of these skaters really have
Yeah.
some big difficulty.
I was remembering, Hannah Bath when I was going through
Mhm.
this list, and she was such a standout on the Junior Grand Prix. She had a really strong triple axel, triple toe combo. Yeah, I I feel like she was very, like, near to breaking through to
Yeah.
winning some of her events, and
Yeah.
I think she could make a move here. And then we also have
She was very close to getting into the Junior Grand Prix final. If it
yes.
weren't for an invalidated jump, she would
Yeah.
have.
Uh,
Yeah, one of those.
yeah. Yeah. And then Sophie Jolene we saw at nationals, but I'm excited to see her. Here, I'm
Mhm.
really interested in what kind of technical content she attempts. Nationals was I think the only event she did this year that she didn't attempt her quad sow, but I would guess we're going to see it again here. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, there are gonna be a lot of triple axels in this group.
Mhm.
Out like Sophie Jolene,
Mhm.
uh, all 3 of the Japanese women are likely gonna
Mhm.
be
Mhm.
trying triple axels. Yusong Kim has a triple axel.
Mhm.
Inga Gerganidze has a triple axle.
Mhm.
I think she's done it this season. Hannah Bath has a triple axle.
Mhm.
Leandra Zimpukakis has a triple axle. Like all
Oh,
these, there's
really? Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I
I don't think
definitely
she's
forgot
landed
about
it
that.
cleanly. Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
she's landed it
Uh,
cleanly yet, but she's done cues and um, it's a nice jump.
mhm.
So we'll see. It'll be really interesting to just watch this group
Mhm.
and see who could potentially, if Mao Shimada has an off day, who could dethrone
Yeah.
her because she has
Yeah.
not been immune to mistakes this season.
That's true. Yeah.
And for me, it's like you want a dark horse for the upset. Mayuko Oka is my vote.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, her short program is glorious, and
It
I mean,
is.
I'm gonna be eating my words, but I'm gonna say when everyone skates clean, I feel like she deserves to win the short program. You know,
Yeah.
I'm sure, like, a week from now, Mao Shimada's gonna make me look like an idiot for saying that, but that's just my opinion.
Well, the interesting thing about the junior women's short program is you cannot do a solo triple axel
Yeah.
as your axle jump, as opposed to,
Mhm.
we saw it with Amber Glenn, right?
Mhm.
And others who do a triple axel as the solo axle jump.
Mhm.
You have to do a double axel for your
Mhm.
solo axle jump. And therefore, if you want to put a triple axel in, um,
Combo.
it has to be the combo. Yeah, it has to be the combo because you
Mhm.
have to do a triple flip, right? This year, no, triple loop this
Loop.
year is a
It's
triple
loop,
loop.
yeah.
So the only place where you could do the triple axel is in the combo, which makes it
Mhm.
doubly uh,
Risky.
risky, right?
Yeah.
I know we know that Sophie Jolene has the triple axel combo in her short program,
Yeah, but Mao
but we
Shimada
don't.
does not.
Yeah, Mao Shimada has not done that. I think Hannah
Mhm.
Bath has done that. I might be wrong.
Mm.
Um, so that short program will be interesting. You wonder if Mayuko Oka has been, over the last couple of months, been like, how do I add this triple axel in the short
Yeah,
program? And
yeah.
then she's got a beautiful one, and she does it well. When I was at
Yeah,
Japanese
it's
nationals, it was just
good.
like, yeah,
Yeah,
she was just landing all these triple axels. I was like, oh my
yeah,
god, they're so good.
yeah. It's
So
exciting.
women, oof, excited to see where that goes.
Mhm.
Let's go to dance because I know you want to go to
Okay.
dance. There's a very clear favorite here.
Yes, I think so, but I don't think that they're unbeatable. So, Hana Maria Aboyan and Daniil Vesalukin of the United States, adore them. They have so much personality. It's just like oozing out of them. I mean, I'm expecting two sensational performances from them. I'm so excited to see them compete again. Um, and they won the Junior Grand Prix final. So, it seems like they're the likely winners of Worlds, but Junior Worlds. But I think that I mean, there's a bit of competition, I think,
Hmm.
from a couple other teams. I wanna mention, like, first off, the French team, Amber Perrier-Giannassini and Samuel Blanc-Klopperman. They were sensational at the Junior Grand Prix final. They were so good. They have really strong programs. They've been competing really well this year. I think they're going to be right there. I don't, we'll see. We'll see what will happen. I think the Ukrainian team should be in the mix as well. Let me scroll back down to them. Irina Pidgaina and Artyom Kaval. Maybe saying that wrong. But they have they have like a senior look. Like they're
Hmm.
very mature. They have some like unbelievable lifts. Their free dance it's just so upbeat and complicated and flashy. So I
Well,
don't
and
know. We'll see.
well, and Grand Prix final, if you remember,
Yeah.
they were very tight at the Grand Prix,
Yeah.
the Junior Grand Prix final, and they ended
Yeah.
up third.
Yeah.
Um, Aboyan Veselukin won that by 7 points over
Yeah.
Perrier Giannassini and Blanc
Yeah.
Klapperman. Um, I think the six who went to Junior
Mhm.
Worlds are likely going to be the six who are
Agree. Yeah.
fighting for the Junior Grand Prix final are
Junior
likely
Grand Prix
going to
final,
be
yeah.
my brain, are
Yeah.
likely going to be the six who are fighting for the Junior Worlds podium. Um,
Yeah.
and they've been close this season. They were not so close at the Junior Grand Prix final because of some mistakes, because,
Yeah.
I think there were some when you got all of them sort of in the same place going back to back to back, the differences in their components really start to show. And
Yeah.
so that's why you saw, a boy in Veselukin, as Michelle has said, the best Vogue rhythm dance of
Oh
the
my god.
season.
Absolutely, I stand by that.
Um,
It's phenomenal.
Yeah, that's a standout program for them for sure,
Yeah.
and they won the short program, the rhythm dance, by three and a
Mhm.
half points almost
Mhm.
at the Junior Grand Prix
Yeah.
final. So, you wonder if they skate well, can they break 70 here?
Yes. Let's see it. Let's
They
go.
could.
I,
It's
uh,
Junior
I wanna
Worlds.
Yeah, I wanna mention the Canadians too, Layla Velon and Alexander Brandis. They had a mistake in their rhythm dance at Junior Grand Prix final. I can't remember right now what it is, but I remember that was distinct and it really took them out of contention.
Yeah.
But they have a really strong free dance as well, and I think they could also be in the medal hunt.
Yeah. I mean, you look at the free dances, right?
Mhm.
They went first out of the six, and they ended up
Mhm.
third in the free dance.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that tells you where the judges are sort of slotting them in some
Mhm.
ways, and um, I think my guess is those four will be your podium,
Mhm.
in some order.
Mhm.
Uh, but again, you never know. Like we saw at the Olympics, a twizzle goes off, and all of a sudden you're in
Yeah.
25th place or whatever.
Yes.
It's like really
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah, and
Uh,
the field is that deep here, so
yeah, yeah. Um,
twizzle your twizzles.
Yeah, that'll be very interesting to see.
Uh-huh.
Pairs. pairs is very like I think this is one of the stronger set of pairs
Mhm.
that we have seen in recent years. I mean, recent years
Mhm.
being that Olympic silver medalists Anastasia Metelkina and Luka
Yeah.
Barulova have been at Junior Worlds over the
Yeah.
past couple of years and just like blowing it out of the water because they're literally a senior pair. Um,
Do you think they
has
thought
with
about coming?
like yeah, there's no way. But like they had
Mhm.
no business being in Junior
Mhm.
Worlds,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
they've been.
Yeah.
Um, but that's also to say, I think the set of junior pairs have really
Mhm.
skated up, and they how
Mhm.
they look, their elements, all of that
Mhm.
have improved in the past couple of seasons. And
Mhm.
you finally got some Chinese pairs
Yeah.
who are back in the mix.
Mhm.
You know, it it's been a bit of a glut of Chinese pairs in the
Yeah.
junior fields,
For a
except
while.
for
Yeah.
Zhang and Huang, who are going to um, the World Championships, right? Because Sui and Han are not going.
Oh, yeah,
Uh,
okay.
yeah, so
I hadn't noticed that on the list, but
yeah, no Sui. I
that's the
mean,
right yeah.
Song
Heel.
Han, Song Han
Yeah.
will not lace up a pair of skates for the rest of his life because he's just like, I'm done with this. So Guo and Zhang won the Junior Grand Prix final.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, and
Yeah, they're so stunning. I feel like they're really gonna do well here. Um, yeah.
it's they are one of those junior skaters this season
Mhm.
who started off much less interesting
Yeah.
than they have developed. Like they've gotten
Yeah.
better and better during the season, and that's
Yeah.
oftentimes you see that trajectory with junior skaters because they are developing
Mhm.
as
Yeah.
like right before our eyes. They're
Yeah.
getting better, and they have certainly gotten better.
Yeah.
Um, I love Kemp and Elizarov skating,
Mhm.
the Canadian pair. That's
Mhm.
one of the three Canadian pairs who's
Mhm.
here. Um, they sometimes have trouble with their side by sides, and that's been a bit of the issue. But they
Mhm.
have some beautiful skating. Um, and then you can't forget about Olivia Flores and Luke Wang, who has
Mhm.
not been on the junior circuit because they've been
Mhm.
skating in seniors all
Yeah.
season, and they also have improved. They had an injury at the very beginning of the season that made them look like what was going on, and
Mhm.
as the season has gone on, they've gotten more and more solid. So
Yeah. Yeah, they had a great nationals. They skated really well there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And don't forget about Guo and Zhang's quad twist,
Mhm. Let's go.
the best quad twist I've ever seen. I mean,
Yeah.
hands down.
Yeah,
Just
it
it's like
floats.
such a nice element.
Mhm.
So lots that could also happen there. And I think it's going to be some fireworks.
Mhm.
And I think, as with all pairs these days, it'll come down to those side by sides,
Unfortunately.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the men.
Alright, this is the big showdown.
I, I look, when I was thinking about this a few weeks ago,
Mhm.
I was like, oh, it's it's like the fight between Minkyu Saw and Rio Nakata and Jacob
Mhm.
Sanchez, right? And then I looked at the list and I'm like, no, it's not. Like there's certainly going to be three of them, right?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of good skaters here
Yeah.
too. Like my goodness,
Yeah.
goodness. I think the Minku and Rio showdown is the big one.
Yes. And we didn't get to see it play out at the Olympics because they're both
Hmm.
age ineligible,
Hmm.
which is sad. But yeah, and it's been a bit of, back and forth. Like, I feel like last year Rio Nakata really had like the dominance, but Minkyu unseated him at the final, and it was surprising, and Rio was not happy about it. And
No.
yeah, I mean, he's really gonna be looking for vengeance at this event. I mean, he's gonna be really fired up. He's such a fierce competitor. I'm excited to see how he, like, expect him to just completely throw down here.
Yeah.
So
It was interesting watching him at Japan Nationals, and I
mhm,
got to see him sort of a couple times here and
mhm,
there, and he was, you know, as much as he is amongst the top
mhm,
of the seniors, right,
mhm.
at Japan Nationals, he was still very much in awe of the whole
Yeah,
thing and, you know, taking it all in. They sent him to the Olympics
yeah,
to watch and to
yeah, with
just,
his
like, take
dad.
in the atmosphere. It was very good,
Yeah,
to see him there. Uh, but, you know, if you look at consistency, right, Minkyu has
thank
had the
you.
consistency.
Mhm,
Rio has had the big jumps,
mhm.
but he's fallen apart here and
Yeah,
there, and there's no quad in the short program.
yeah. Yeah. I'm
So
really impressed with how Minkyu has been so consistent while growing his arsenal. I think that's
mhm,
so impressive, adding the quad sow in over the course of the season and
yep,
being strong with it. And yeah, it's very impressive. But yeah, the short program is the very like level playing field. So I think that's a good, I don't know, place for Minkyu to
yeah,
start building. Yeah.
yeah. You gotta be like, if you are in the hunt for a medal,
Mhm.
you gotta be in the upper
Mhm.
70s into the 80s
Mhm.
for the short program, because otherwise, if you're digging yourself out of a hole
Mhm.
in like a, you know, 70-point short program,
Yeah.
it's not gonna happen. It's gonna
Yeah.
be very tough to see that.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, Jacob Sanchez, first junior competition of the season for him,
Mhm.
because he's been also been
Yeah.
skating in seniors, and he had a great nationals.
Mhm.
He had a
Pretty
great
good
four
for continents.
continents.
Yeah.
It feels like he's starting to round into form a
Mhm.
lot more than when he was at the very beginning of the season.
Mhm.
No quads that I know of. He was training quad sow at nationals, but it wasn't ready yet.
Mhm.
I don't think it's ready yet,
Mhm.
unless there's been a huge development over the
Yeah.
past couple of months. But
He
he
was
will have to
in
rely
Milan too.
on. Yeah, he was in Milan. They sent it to Milan because
Mhm.
they had
Camp.
a Junior Worlds camp
Mhm.
in Italy,
Mhm. In
so it was
Bergamo,
good to
where the
see.
American team, the Olympic team was
Exactly,
training, which was
exactly. So it
really
was,
cool.
yeah, good
Yeah.
to see like all of them being kind of part
Mhm.
of this Olympic atmosphere.
Mhm.
But like outside of the three of them, Lucius Kazanecki, right? Like,
Mhm.
he was the surprise bronze medalist uh,
Mhm.
the Junior Grand Prix final. Ha Bin Choi, who is the sort of opposite of Minku Sa in a lot of ways,
Mhm.
because he's the one who brings in all
Mhm.
the technical firepower in
Mhm.
Korea, but doesn't have the same kind of basics as Minku does.
Yeah.
Um, but you know, if he skates well, he's certainly got a shot. Taiga Nishino, Daya Ebihara, Yanhao Lee. Uh, I mean,
And
like, there's so many.
not in the medal conversation really, but I'm really excited to see Yu Shang Li again. I don't know, he's, props to him doing another competition
I know.
after the 3 weeks we had, and I didn't have to skate.
Yeah, he's
So
coming down from. I mean,
uh-huh.
he was training and training and training
Mhm.
in the last week before
Mhm.
the closing ceremony. I was watching him do triple flip triples, triple loops. I was watching
Good
him
for
do
him.
like
Yeah.
different things. I was watching him do quad lutzes. He was trying quad
Wow.
lutzes at
That Olympic practice ice post
yeah.
event is really profitable for a lot of people.
You're just
Is he
watching
the only
these do other things.
is he the only Olympian in the field? I think he is.
Possibly, possibly. Somebody's going to tell us somebody else was in there, but
No, I don't think so. I mean, because the
yeah.
pairs definitely in the dance weren't, and then of the women, uh, so, like, these a couple different countries like France, Israel, Estonia, they have entries, but they're not what their Olympic entries were. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he's the only Olympian at Junior Worlds
Yeah,
from Olympian from Milan, well, Olympian in general.
yeah. It's gonna be a fun Junior Worlds.
Mhm.
I, it will be a marathon.
Yeah. And it's back. We're back in the home of figure skating, Tallinn, Estonia.
Tallinn. For those of you who don't know about what Michelle is talking about, Tallinn, Estonia has been both the hosts of many big competitions
Mhm.
and the substitute hosts when
Mhm.
some other hosts couldn't do it. Like there was
Yeah.
one year when Four Continents was also
Yeah.
at in Tallinn because it was supposed to have been in Beijing,
Mhm.
I think, and they
Yeah.
couldn't do it because of COVID. And they were like, we have to get somebody else to do it. And Tallinn was like,
Mhm.
hey,
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
gonna host both Europeans and Four Continents.
Like, they're hosting a competition that has no entries from their own continent. It's
Yep, yep.
incredible.
It's something else. Um,
Yeah.
but it is quite the marathon because we have 43 men, we have
Mhm.
51 women, we have 30 ice dance teams, and then pairs is the only place where we get a little bit of reprieve. And we
Mhm.
get 18 pairs. But like, we're talking about 51 women. Over half of those 51 women will not make it to the 24
Oh my
person free
gosh.
skate.
But they will make it onto the rocker skating Twitter feed, live call of the event.
They will because
I hope
I,
I hope you
I'm
stayed up a
watching
long
the
time.
whole thing. I'm watching and live tweeting and giving you everything for all of next week. So,
I may not catch them all, but I will catch as many as I can. Um, yeah.
oh boy, it's gonna be a long week.
Mhm.
It really will be interesting to see how all of these skaters do
Mhm.
because it's like it really is for some of these skaters, this will be the biggest event that they will ever skate in.
Mhm.
And it's very cool for
Mhm.
some of these smaller feds, some of these rising feds. Like there's someone from Kyrgyzstan who is skating in the women's
Wow.
event. Like I've never seen Kyrgyzstan
No.
in a competition before. I'm guessing they were in a junior Grand Prix at some point as well, but you do have a lot of these different federations who
Mhm.
aren't necessarily in um, the big leagues all the
Mhm.
time, and Hong Kong's got a couple of people. Uh, in Kyrgyzstan, New Zealand's got a couple. Right, Jan
Yeah.
Lee is part of the New Zealand team.
Mhm.
Um, like there's just it'll be very
Mhm.
interesting to see these and again for the figure skating fans out there, especially for those who are new to Junior Worlds. If you're going to
Mhm.
watch Junior Worlds, it's a different level of competition, but it's also a very different the stakes are very different, right?
Mhm.
The what it means to these skaters is also very
Mhm.
different. Like some of these skaters, Junior Worlds is basically like their Olympics. And
Mhm.
it's a very cool thing for them to be. And some of these skaters may not make it to the big leagues, but they will likely have some kind of effect on their own countries and the future of skating in their own countries, which
Mhm.
you really have to take that into account.
Mhm. Yeah.
Junior Worlds starting on Wednesday and going on for 5 years. The short programs will take a long time.
Yeah. Don't miss the last groups of the free skates for these events
Yeah,
because you're gonna be watching the skaters in them for many years.
yeah,
And it's
exactly.
your first real look at them, well, for some of them. Um,
Yeah, before we end on this thing,
yeah.
I do have one thing I will mention is that this Junior Worlds is the end, or not the end, but the
Mhm.
continuation of this control experiment, if you will, of
Mhm.
the ISU, which is basically this age eligibility
Mhm.
change that happened 4 years ago, where a good number of the skaters who have been competing over the past 4 years in the junior events had expected to be seniors
Mhm.
before this Olympic Games happened. Mao Shimada
Mhm.
was one of those, and because
Mhm.
of the age eligibility changes, there are a number of skaters who now have to reframe their entire career because
Mhm.
their Olympics is no longer 2026. Their Olympics is now fast forwarded or extended to 2030. And the grand experiment here is that
Mhm.
the hypothesis is if you keep skaters in juniors for a longer period of time, they will have time to develop both artistically
Mhm.
and in their potential longevity.
Mhm.
And we will see over the next 4 years if that
Mhm.
does become the case. Like, does Mao Shimada make it all the way to 2030? I hope so.
Mhm.
But she's been doing triple axels for like 4 years.
And quad toe.
Yeah, and quad
And
toes,
who
right?
knows
Like,
what
and
else at home. Yeah.
um, and these skaters, we're talking about the women, especially. That's where the effects
Mhm.
will materialize most is in the women's event. We're seeing a lot of triple axles here. We are
Just
seeing a lot of
yeah.
skaters really up the ante, and the question is, does that follow through in the senior events, or will they be just doing the triple axles in the junior ranks and maybe the
Mhm.
first year or so in the senior, and then it falls away? We don't know yet. We have no idea.
Mhm.
This has never happened before, and this will be
Yeah.
something that we will be keeping an eye on over the 4 years.
Yeah. Just looking through the, ages of some of the skaters we mentioned, Mao Shimada, Yusong Kim, and Sophie Jolene von Felten will be eligible to move up to senior next year internationally. I assume they will, but we
Right.
don't know. But Mayuka Oka and May Okada have, another year or 2 to
Mm-hmm.
wait.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. The next 4 years will certainly be interesting, and seeing
mhm,
these junior skaters from this past quad going up to
mhm,
seniors.
mhm.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go sleep for a couple of days and wake up to do all of these short programs. But I'm excited for more skating, frankly. I will be very interested to see how much Ricky Martin we have
Oh
in
my gosh,
the
it's
rhythm
gonna be
dances.
hours. It's gonna be
30
hours.
rhythm dances.
Ricky Martin himself will be at the boards singing
I'm so excited for that.
the same
S-
song,
Yeah,
Maria,
yeah, Maria,
over and over again.
Maria.
Yeah, yeah, and,
Yeah.
the 4th place finisher at Junior Worlds last year in the women's event ended up on the Olympic podium. So, if you missed the podium, don't worry. He'll do well next year.
What
Yeah.
is was Ami Nakai fourth last year?
Yep. Mhm. Yeah, Elise Lynn
I
Gracie beat her for the bronze medal,
um,
which is
I had gotten
just
this feeling that,
wild.
yeah, I know, crazy, right?
Mhm,
But that's
mhm.
also the thing. Ami Nakai had a really not great junior season last year.
Yeah.
Just not great season, period, last season. She was
Mhm.
15th at Japan Nationals. Like,
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was how she sort of like navigated last season, and
Yeah.
it was on the heels of like a good junior Grand Prix final,
Mhm.
and a decent junior Japanese nationals that she made it
Yeah.
to the junior world championships. But yeah,
Well,
you never know.
the season before she was 10th at nationals and wasn't even assigned to Junior Worlds. It was the
Yeah.
season before that, 2022-23, where she was 3rd at Junior
Right.
Worlds
Right.
and 4th at nationals,
Yeah.
senior.
She's
That's
had she's had
interesting.
she's had quite a wild ride in juniors. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
the growth spurts were certainly part of it.
It was
Sure.
good for her too, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's it for our Junior Worlds preview. Those of you, again, who are new to figure skating because of the Olympics, welcome to the fray because the juniors are a very interesting bunch, and I hope you
And
continue to watch.
we can watch them on YouTube.
And you can watch
Hopefully
them on YouTube.
yeah, hopefully with Mark Hanratty's commentary. I haven't asked him, but I assume he's doing this.
I think
Fingers
he
crossed.
is. I think
Okay.
he is. I think he told me he was. Everything will be live streamed, zero geo blocking on
Mhm.
the ISU skating
Let's go.
YouTube channel. It's at skating ISU.
Mhm.
So easy to watch and no need to figure out your VPNs.
You can use one if you want, but you don't
I
need it.
know exactly. You don't need to. Um, all right. Well, for Michelle Ellis, this is Jackie Wong, Chief Skate Nerd of RockerSkating.com. Thanks as always to John Wilson Blades for sponsorship and to Tara Nichols, who only has a half hour, well, 40 minutes of this preview to edit and produce. The other thing also is there were a couple of interviews that came out over the past couple of days, which I think you would be very interested in. Yuna Aoki, our interview from a couple weeks ago just came out. She was a delight to talk to. I loved having the chance to interview her. So it's on YouTube. It's on all the podcast channels. Go take a listen and go take a watch. And then also, if you are excited about pins, and I know Michelle was certainly excited about pins.
I'm very excited about the pins.
Yeah, yeah. I rounded up 3 of the premier figure skating pin connoisseurs from Milan. That would be Matty Skizis, James Hernandez, and Anthony Ponomarenko. We had 3
Mhm.
different countries of experiences, but they all were very much talking to each other at the Olympics, figuring out all of their pin strategy and pin
Mhm.
trading. You think my pin collection was impressive? It is nothing compared to
Mm-mm.
those 3. It was so fun. I when I was editing, all I was doing was just laughing my ass off. It was just such a fun
Yeah.
video to shoot. So that's on my YouTube at Rocker Skating, and go take a look at that when you get a chance. Anything else, Michelle?
I have a fun pin trading story about James Hernandez I can share
Oh,
if we
let's do
haven't
it
gone
before
too
we
long.
finish. Yeah,
So
let's do
as
it.
you know, um, I gave you the NBC pin, gave you the NBC pin with the coffee cup on it, and James Hernandez saw that you had it and asked me for it, and so I was doing everything I could to track down more because we had like a pin shortage in the NBC pins. Like Andrea ordered her own pins, like they were just not enough. My production manager had to actually request 2 coffee cup pins from another venue for me to give to James because I was like, they're British. She was British. I'm like, please, please. She did it. She did it for me. And then like the next day, Ting Sway, who was working with us, comes up with a bag of pins. There's probably like, I don't know, 30 NBC pins in it. And she's like, look at this bag of pins that James asked Johnny to get for him. Johnny asked me to give this to James. I mean, it's like every pin you could imagine from the NBC. I was like, he is tapping everybody at our company trying to
Mhm.
get all the pins. So James probably has the most comprehensive collection of NBC pins from Milano Cortina that is out there.
It's
So
very comprehensive, for sure.
He's yeah, he had a busy side hustle going. Skating was secondary to the pin collecting.
I mean, you're there for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
You practice. You have some downtime. What do? You go and trade some pins.
Yeah.
That's it's such a sport over there. It's like the unheralded pastime of Olympians. So.
Yeah, he's going to be one of those people that has his own pin in 2030.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, when we were talking about it, his face just lit up. He was like, oh, we should do that. All right. Okay, we're really going this time. We'll talk to you again soon, and the Junior World Championships will be happening in less than 3 days. So see you later. Bye.
Bye.